All right, puzzle fans, get ready, because this deep dive is going to hit the spot. We're talking the timeless decades, mixed puzzles, book puzzles, but make it nostalgia.
It's really something how they've used puzzles to tap into, like cultural history. Not just, a brain teaser. It's like a little time machine.
It's true. Puzzles are just more fun when they've got that blast from the past vibe. And they didn't just toss these puzzles in randomly, no way. This book, organized by decade, each with its own set of puzzles about the big events, the big names, the big trends from back in the day.
Imagine you're doing a crossword about, I don't know, the birth of rock and roll, and then bam, you flip the page and it's a word search about, like, the early days of the internet.
Okay, stop. You had me at rock and roll puzzles. But you know what else really caught my eye? The did you know facts scattered through the book. Even puzzle whizzes need a little knowledge boost now and then.
Those little snippets are genius. Sneaky learning, that's what I call it. You're getting a history lesson without even realizing it.
Yep. Right. And speaking of genius, can we talk about the variety in here? Crosswords, word searches, trivia. They've even got mazes. It's like they rated every puzzle book ever made.
And get this, they even have these decade diary pages where you can jot down your own memories. Or, wait for it, what would you do? Prompts, to put you in that decade's mindset.
Okay, hold up. I need an example. What would you do scenario are we talking about? Give me the details.
All right, picture this. You get to have dinner with any 1950s icon. Who are you inviting? That makes you think, what was it like back then? How would I have fit in?
Oh, that's clever. They're practically pushing you into that time machine, letting you rub shoulders with the stars of yesterday. It's like a puzzle book and an imagination exercise all rolled into one.
And a little introspection, too. You're not just solving, you're connecting with history. This is what I call interactive nostalgia.
And the artwork. Seriously, have you seen the illustrations in this thing? It's like cracking open a vintage magazine.
Totally. Every page is like a visual time capsule,
Yeah.
It's amazing how those images just transport you right back to that decade.
Talk about setting the mood. And speaking of getting in the zone, let's talk about that challenge meter. They rate the difficulty of every puzzle.
Love that they did that. It lets you choose your own adventure. Feeling brave. Dive into a toughie. Want something chill? They've got you covered. No pressure, just puzzles.
And hey, if you're the type who loves a good challenge, oh boy, they've got you covered. There's a whole bonus section just crammed with jokes and jingles and even urban legends from each decade.
It really shows you how much our sense of humor changes over time. What was hilarious in the 70s might get a totally different reaction today.
No doubt. And speaking of things that change over time, remember that whole surprise at the end thing we mentioned earlier? Well, it sounds like they weren't messing around.
Smart move, really. Keeps you guessing till the very end, like a little bonus prize for finishing the puzzle journey.
Right. Now, beyond the fun and the brain-bending challenges, we got to talk about the cognitive benefits of puzzles, right? It's not just a nostalgia trip, it's a workout for your brain.
Exactly. And this book, they lay it all out, all the benefits. Stress reduction, memory improvement, even better problem-solving skills. Puzzles are powerful.
So we've got fun, nostalgia, A&D, it's good for you. Sounds like we found the fountain of youth for our brains.
I'd say so. This book really gets it. It uses puzzles to entertain A&D, make our minds sharper, and it does it so smoothly you don't even realize it's happening.
Makes you wonder why all puzzle books aren't like this. They've found the secret recipe learning that's actually enjoyable.
It's the power of nostalgia, don't you think? That feeling of wanting to connect with simpler times, even if they weren't part of your own childhood.
Oh, I'm right there with you. Put on some classic 80s tunes and I'm instantly back in my childhood bedroom.
Exactly. It's universal. That desire to connect with the past, to relive those happy memories, to feel that sense of comfort and familiarity.
And this book, it takes that yearning and turns it into something you can really sink your teeth into. It's like a time capsule you can actually touch and experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not just reading about the past. It's about really immersing yourself in it, triggering those memories, starting conversations. It's great.
It's like they knew nostalgia is better shared, This book is just begging to be pulled out during game night with friends, everyone swapping stories about the good old days.
Oh, 100%. Instant conversation starter.
Hmm.
You could all reminisce about actually living through those decades or like bond over those big cultural moments.
Right. Suddenly everyone's arguing about 80s music videos or which pants were cooler, bell bottoms or parachute pants. It's like bridging the generation gap with puzzles. Who knew?
Wouldn't that be nice for a change? Instead of everyone glued to their phones, this book gets people talking and laughing together.
Talk about a breath of fresh air. It reminds you that even though times change, some things stay the same, you know? The fun of a challenge, the warmth of shared memories, that little spark when something from the past pops up.
It really does make you appreciate how nostalgia, it brings people together, like a language everyone knows, no matter how old they are.
So basically, this isn't just a puzzle book, right? It's not even just a nostalgia trip. It's about something deeper, something we all crave: connection, simpler times, a little dose of feel-good memories.
Exactly. It's entertainment, but like with an extra layer of meaning, you know what I mean? That's what makes it special.
Couldn't agree more. So tell me, which decade are you most excited to jump into first with this book? Let us know, because we might just have to join you. Until next time, happy puzzling!